Anyway, the Matt Green joins us from Masters University, and Matt's going to talk about the new movie, The Descent. Takes place in a small town, tranquil community, Santa Clarita. Oh no, we're not very tranquil, but okay.
We did shoot it in Santa Clarita.
Okay. A group of individuals must unravel the secrets behind a series of horrifying attacks by mysterious creatures that emerge from the depths of the darkness. And my question was, is this about the IRS?
Yes.
boy.
Okay. So you've seen it. You've seen the movie.
I've seen the trailer. Yeah, there you go.
Big spoiler there, but yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks for being with us.
Thank
Appreciate your time with us. And I'm going to turn it over to the cinema expert right now.
Okay.
He'll know the questions.
Can I just say, by the way, I love that you guys use Young Frankenstein, which is my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Amen.
I
There you go.
specifically loaded
And
it in
Right.
just
Like
for
that
you.
is one of the movies growing up that we quoted in my house
All
so
the-
much. It is such a put the candle back. I mean, we did everything.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, perfect.
Great.
Yeah, he would be broke today, though. In today's culture, they would nobody. They would
They-
boycott
no
every
one would go,
cinema. Yeah,
I would go
nobody.
see his movies.
I
but
would
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I'd go 3 and 4 times.
Yeah,
Love the
that's
fact
right.
there was nobody there. It would be great.
Well, I have to correct you there. It's Frankenstein.
It's
Not,
Frankenstein.
Oh,
not
that's right.
Franken.
I
It's not
apologize.
Frankenstein,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And what hump?
So we're talking the Descent, and I have the first thing I gotta get right off the plate here is how was this thing made? Because this is a feature film. It's not
It
like
is.
a short film.
Yeah.
Usually, when we talk about like film programs and stuff, film students they go off and they make their own kind of short films, and it's all broken off into different short films. But this is one big feature film. How did that come together? Why the big feature film and not like everyone doing their own short films?
So they still do that. Our program, the students create all sorts of short films, videos throughout their 4 years in the program. Their capstone is actually their own film that they write, direct, and produce. But one of the things that we want to do to set ourselves apart, we're a smaller, school here in Santa Clarita, and so not a lot of schools actually do a full-length feature film, and that's because it's a little kind of crazy, as you know, right?
Just a little
Just a
bit,
little
you
nuts,
know?
yeah. And so, but we wanted to have something that we knew we could get distributed, that when students graduate, they could have on their resume, have on their reels, an actual feature film that is distributed. So this is our second film. The first film we did was a movie called Man from Nowhere, which is on Amazon.
Awesome.
And then The Descent, and then we're actually going to shoot The Descent Part 2 in March.
Awesome. So how does this get broken up?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure in any film program there are like 50 different people that want to be directors,
Sure.
50 people that want to be
Sure.
screenwriters, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
How do we divvy up the work so that everyone kind of gets a credit on this production?
Yeah, so we have 5 different classes that they can choose from. So there's the camera department, there's the producing side that handles production design and all the various facets that would go with that. There's a post-production, so we're actually editing the film live or as we go along, making the movie.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I mentioned earlier, we've shot the first 2 films in 8 days. Again, and no one sets out to go, I'm going to make a movie in 8 days. But we do it over the entire thing over spring break, which is pretty crazy. And so there's all these different opportunities. The camera department is probably 90% student. The producing team is 90% students. We've casted a bunch of actors. Matter of fact, the lead actress in our film, she had just graduated from the university. And so then we have usually between 20 and 30 industry professionals that work along the 50 to 60 students to kind of, it's a really intense mentorship program over those 8 days.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, for those out there listening that don't really know the whole inner machinations of how film production works, 8 days for a feature length movie is nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
It's crazy.
So the scheduling must be insane.
Yes.
Everyone has to be absolutely in sync with each other
Yeah.
and in tune with each other to make sure that
What's nuts too is that I don't think I think we did 1 day of overtime. And otherwise the rest of they're 12-hour days.
Yeah,
typically.
yeah, right.
But we stayed
So,
within.
wait,
12
what's
hours.
overtime? 20 hours?
Yeah.
12 hours?
For a college film student, yeah,
Yeah, right,
more like
exactly.
48
Wow,
hours,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and so we so that was pretty cool. But you're right. It's an intense amount of scheduling ahead of time, and then writing obviously the scripts to fit a few locations. so we're not doing a bunch of company moves.
Okay.
With the students.
And
So
only one director, one writer on this, or we have multiple directors, multiple writers? How does the
that would be
collaboration
chaotic.
work?
That
Yeah.
would be crazy. It's an anthology. So there's one director, and then it's written. So typically, what we do is like I'll write the scripts. I co-wrote this one and the last one with a guy named Anthony Tyler Quinn, who was on Boy Meets World for a long time, did a lot of stuff. And then I'll direct the films. Again, we want it to be of high quality, and the
Yeah.
students are still learning, right? But again, I'll have probably 3 or 4 student producers on this film that are legitimately producing. It's not like we just give you, hey, you signed up, okay, you just get a credit.
Right.
Like they literally have to earn that, and we tell them about that. Hey, this industry is built on credits, right? We don't just hand them out. Although sometimes with producers, right, you've got 50 producers on a film, and so they just kind of handing those out. But the students got to earn it.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that makes, again, like I said, there's a few other schools who have tried to do feature films, but typically do one and then they're out. Because it's such an intense and requires so much on the back end from the professors.
I mean, it really is. And just to get to the finish line itself is a struggle because the production itself, that's one beast.
Right.
And then you got post-production, actually putting it all together.
Where you make the
that's
film
second
again.
bit.
Yeah,
You have to
exactly.
make it all over again.
That's right.
And then, of course, you got the sound mixing.
Yes.
You got the coloring. You got so many moving parts. And that's why it's so it's almost insane.
Yeah. Yeah, again, we've been really fortunate and blessed. We signed a distribution deal with a company called ITN. They're pretty famous because they distributed a film called Pooh, Blood, and Honey that was wildly successful.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was okay. So when Winnie the Pooh went into the public domain, somebody took that concept and made it into a horror film.
horror movie.
By the way, National Horror Movie Day today. So
Is it
there's
really?
a movie. There's
Is it
a
really
movie
today?
for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, there you go.
So yeah, they've picked up our the Descent one, and they're going to distribute basically all of our films going forward.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
And so they've been an awesome partner and super supportive and believe in the film.
So tell me a little bit about the film and cinema program over at Masters University for any prospective people that may want to go to Masters and this is their career path that they want to do.
Again, one of the nice things about our university is we're a smaller school, about 1,200. And so you're going to get way more one-on-one, individual kind of working along with the professors. And it's usually about a 1 to 20 ratio in regards to the classroom, whereas at some of the bigger schools, you may have 100 or so in your class. And when I arrived at the school in 2014, kind of rebranded the whole program, and the whole idea was to do what we're doing, which is build programs, a synergy amongst the classes, so that in screenwriting, students are writing the scripts that then get produced in the film production, which is their capstone class.
Yeah.
So that synergy across where you're getting to touch equipment. A lot of schools you go to, and you don't get to touch equipment till year 2, year 3, and you're put in a lottery system.
See, that's what I was going for, because that is the important thing is when you are in film and you're in production, you need to be hands-on.
Totally.
You can't just focus on the theory of stuff. Theory's nice.
Totally, right? You need that as a foundation.
Yeah.
But you got to have the practical application.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where you learn.
That's where you learn. That's where you mess up, you make mistakes, and you learn. And
That's right.
You get better.
And we tell the students all the time, I'm like, listen, this is a safe place to come and, try something, and it doesn't work, great. You're not getting fired.
Yeah.
Okay? Right? You know what didn't work, and you can fix it, work on it for the next one. So.
Awesome. So we've been talking to Matt Green from the Masters University. He helps run the film,
Cinema and Digital Arts.
Cinema and Digital Arts over at Masters University. And we were talking about the new feature film that they actually put together called The Descent, where it is about a small, tranquil community, a group of individuals. They must unravel the secrets behind a series of horrifying attacks just in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
I
It's
think,
like in the vein of like A Quiet Place.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
We're done, Matt. It's been
That's
great
it.
having you here.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
8 days.
8 days.
You'll have to, when he leaves, we'll have to talk about how much work that takes, how many people that takes. And,
For 8 days?
I mean, in the old days, what was it, 6 months?
Oh, I mean, yeah,
for-
easy 3 to 4 months.
Yeah,
you know,
a
on a big
studio
feature.
film
Yeah.
By the time
is,
you get done,
is
yeah.
like half a year just to film one thing.
God.
You know, and independent could be anywhere between a few weeks to a few months, and then 8 days here.
Yeah.
For Masters University,
way to
only
do
8
it.
days.
8 days, yeah.
You've been listening to Trending SCV here at KHCS AM 1220 FM 98.